the best thing about calories in, calories out is you can still eat pretty much anything you want as long as you account for the calories, right, in your day. And what tends to happen naturally over time is you just start making better decisions on your own, right? So for instance, you start realizing that, how many calories are in a donut. Like, okay, one donut is like, I don't know, 500 to 1,000 calories, depending on what kind of donut it is. Like that's like this. So you're like, okay, I'm going to eat this one donut for breakfast in the morning, and I'm going to be hungry 20 minutes later because it's really not that filling. Or I can eat this apple that's the same size and it's only 80 calories. So you start making these decisions like, okay, I'm going to eat this. It's going to make me feel more full longer. It still tastes good. And it's a better calorie option than this. And then you just start cutting out some of this shit out of your life that is no good. Another thing too, is you start realizing how many calories are in everything, right? So I had Jack Napier on. I'm going to talk about Jack here in a little bit too, but Jack Napier, he's a YouTube creator. He's also a personal fitness guy. He's been on the podcast. Great dude. He's from the Netherlands. So he wears wooden shoes, but, he and I talked about this when he was on the podcast, but there's so many calories in liquid drinks that you wouldn't even realize it. Right. Like you'll see here in these episodes, I drink soda, but I'm always drinking 0 calorie soda, right? Because it's 0 calorie and 0 carb, so I like Coke Zero, stuff like that. This isn't like necessarily an endorsement, but I drink 0 calorie stuff and I drink 0 sugar stuff. And I basically cut out sugar as much as I can from my diet because sugar is the fucking worst. I think they put sugar in everything. Ever since they created the food pyramid and they started telling people to cut fats out of their life, they replaced all those fats with sugar. So, because everything, if you cut all the fat out of everything, it tastes like shit. So they had to replace that with something. So they put in a lot of fructose or, high fructose corn syrup and stuff like that. That's all basically sugar, and your body just stores it as fat in your body. Right. And so a lot of these soft drinks, a lot of like regular sodas, they have sugar in it, and they're just chock full of calories. Beer has like if you get a good beer, right? Like a amber or a red or something like that, like you're looking at 160 calories per bottle, right? Per glass. That's a lot. That adds up, especially if you're doing like a 6-pack at the end of the workday. I mean, that shit adds up quick, right? So you really start cutting out those types of things. You start cutting out calories. You don't drink your calories. If you're drinking stuff, you're drinking water or 0 calorie stuff, or like Crystal Light, that's only like 5 calories, right? Like low calorie drinks. You cut out juice. Like people think that juice is healthy, like orange juice and stuff like that. Juice is basically pure fruit sugar. It's just pure sugar. There's a lot of calories in it. So you start cutting that stuff out.